Welcome, seekers of green enchantment and keepers of the sacred soil. Behold the golden sprawl of squash vines, their emerald leaves swaying like ancient sentinels, their blossoms murmuring to the bees in a language older than time. Yet, lurking in the shadows, a silent threat approaches: squash bugs, vine borers, insatiable beetles, all eager to feast upon the fruits of your labor. In this video, we'll explore the best companion plants for squash, and how they stand ready to defend your harvest. Some attracting pollinators, others deterring pests, and a few enriching the soil to nurture a thriving garden. Let us step beyond the veil and meet our sacred allies of plants. First up, the dazzling bee balm. This fiery beauty doesn't just attract pollinators, it supercharges squash production by ensuring each flower gets a visit from a hungry bee or fluttering butterfly. But it doesn't stop there. Its aromatic leaves repel unwanted squash pests, creating a fragrant shield around your plants. Squash borers and beetles, they'll have a hard time finding their target with bee balm nearby. Bee balm thrives in full sun to partial shade, ensuring it can grow right alongside your squash without issue. Its preference for a well-drained, nutrient-rich soil means it won't compete with squash roots but instead complements their growing needs. Keeping the soil evenly moist will help both plants thrive, and as a perennial in zones 3 through 9, bee balm returns every year, standing guard over your squash patch. Next, we have the towering guardian of the squash patch, the Mexican sunflower. Its bold, sun-kissed blooms don't just add a pop of color, they call in the reinforcements. Beneficial insects like lacewings and ladybugs flock to this plant, ready to feast on aphids and squash pests. Plus, with its impressive height, it provides a bit of shade for your squash during the hottest summer days, keeping the soil cooler and reducing stress on your vines. Mexican sunflower loves full sun, just like squash, and thrives in well-drained, loamy soil. It doesn't mind if the soil isn't perfect. This plant is tough. Once established, it's drought-tolerant, meaning you won't have to worry about it taking water from your thirsty squash plants. As an annual, it reseeds readily, ensuring a new batch of pest-fighting blooms every year. Say hello to calendula, the golden healer of the squash patch. This sunny bloom isn't just a feast for the eyes, it's a natural pest repellent. The strong scent of its petals confuses squash beetles, keeping them from honing in on your plants. But calendula does more than deter pests. It also attracts ladybugs and hoverflies, whose larvae feast on aphids and other soft-bodied insects that could damage your squash leaves. Plus, its deep roots improve soil structure, helping squash access nutrients more easily. Calendula flourishes in full sun to partial shade, making it a flexible companion for squash. Its preference for well-drained soil means it won't compete for water, and its love of cooler temperatures makes it an excellent early-season ally. With regular watering and minimal care, calendula works tirelessly to protect and enrich your squash patch all season long. Now let's talk about a plant with a strategic mission: the spider flower. Acting as a trap crop, this tall, spindly wonder draws squash pests away from your precious plants. Squash bugs, aphids, and other garden menaces can't resist its scent, keeping them occupied while your squash remains untouched. Even better, spiderflower attracts predatory insects that hunt down and devour these pests, ensuring long-term protection for your vines. Spiderflower thrives in full sun and well-drained, moderately fertile soil, meaning it grows happily right alongside your squash. With its heat and drought tolerance, it doesn't compete for resources but instead stands as a self-sufficient protector, reseeding itself each year to continue its role as the ultimate squash bodyguard. Squash plants are heavy feeders, constantly pulling nutrients from the soil. Enter lupine, the soil magician. This nitrogen-fixing powerhouse replenishes the earth, restoring what squash takes and ensuring your plants never go hungry. Plus, its deep roots break up compacted soil, improving drainage and aeration so squash roots can spread with ease. It's like having a built-in fertilizer and soil conditioner in one. Lupine prefers full sun to partial shade and grows best in well-drained, sandy or loamy soil. It thrives in cooler temperatures, making it a great early-season planting companion. As a perennial in many climates, lupine works year after year to keep your soil rich and your squash happy. Japanese beetles are the bane of many squash growers, but 4 o'clock is here to change the game. This brilliant bloomer acts as a natural trap crop, luring in these beetles with its irresistible scent. But there's a twist. 4 o'clock is toxic to them, turning the trap into their final resting place. By planting 4 o'clock near your squash, you divert these destructive beetles away from your harvest while reducing their population over time. 4 o'clock flourishes in full sun and thrives in well-drained sandy soil. It's highly drought-tolerant once established, meaning it won't steal water from your squash. In warm climates, it grows as a perennial, while in cooler regions, it returns each year by reseeding itself, continuing its role as a dedicated pest eliminator. And last but certainly not least, we have the tiny but mighty Johnny Jump-Ups. These charming little flowers provide a double benefit. They act as a living mulch, suppressing weeds that would otherwise compete with your squash for nutrients, and they help retain moisture in the soil. Plus, their bright blooms attract pollinators, making sure your squash flowers get the attention they need to produce a bountiful harvest. Johnny Jump-Ups thrive in full sun to partial shade, preferring moist, well-drained soil. They love cooler temperatures, making them perfect for early season planting. As self-seeding annuals, they return each year, continuously working to keep weeds down, moisture in, and pollinators busy. So there you have it, a vibrant team of garden defenders: bee balm, Mexican sunflower, calendula, spiderflower, lupine, 4 o'clock, and Johnny Jump-Ups, all working together to protect, nourish, and beautify your squash patch. Have you tried companion planting in your garden? Let me know in the comments. Check out our other videos to keep your garden growing strong.